breaking this up this year. Man, it is rough. When it's rough for this tractor, it's rough. Hey, it's not a very big field, but I kind of am as far west as I want to go right now. Trying to keep the field squarish. Not overdoing it and staying away from the low spots somewhat, because there's kind of a dip, big dip there, and there it's always marshy over here, and so I got the green light to go ahead, no problems. I might break up probably, I don't know, it might be 20 acres maybe. See, I've only done about 5 acres. It's not very big, but I'm gonna break up that little hill over here too on the other side of the slough there. We'll see how easy it is to manage with spraying and seeding, but if not, I'll put that back in alfalfa and grass again back there, and then I might just leave this in the cropland here. If not, I'll just be putting it back in alfalfa again in a few years, one or the other. See, this is why I'm not even doing the headlands yet here, because I don't know how close I should really get here without overdoing it. So that's why I'm just lifting up, just turning around and heading back then. So I made my AB line on the gravel roads. I looked at Google Maps, and the road kind of follows the contour of the field a little bit, so I marked my AB line on the gravel road coming down, then I hit a spot here that go for it. So probably where those brown, those dried up grass is at, that's probably as far over as I'm gonna go, because that's always wet in the spring. It's even kind of wet right now. It's just wet through the whole year because of the water table there. It's just a big old marsh area here, so like I say, it's not a very big field, but I wish I could have kept it in alfalfa, because it seems like it still produces decent hay yet. So what do you call it? It's very established. Who knows? It's been in here for decades. Should have been broken up a long time ago. Very similar to when on the other side of the highway here, I broke up the second year I rented. Well, actually, it was the first year I rented it. It was the fall of the year I broke it up, and it was just as bad as this was. Except this shouldn't be as bad because it's a little more square. It's just, you know, it's just not as long. It's a horse apiece going either direction, really. To be quite honest. Yeah, you are rough. I'm sure there's a couple of rocks too. I wouldn't be surprised. There's like, they're pretty big. Ooh, wowzer! Must have been a badger hole there. Son of a gun, that hit. What a bugger. Because it's kind of wet in here usually, you know, between there a lot of times. So just gotta, I would almost break up that little hill there, but it's just so much screwing around then, and it makes it hard for mowing then too. So plus it's not too rough here, you know, when you get closer in these draws here, it's not as rough, you know, it's actually not bad at all. But breaking up what's manageable so it's not so hard seeding and not so hard spraying, that's the biggest thing. That want to kind of keep it easy for that stuff, not to overdo it. God, that pulls hard. It should almost just be in 6th gear. I want to go in 8th. It does a little bit better job, but it's just so blasted rough. I mean, it's insane. Not doing a bad job in 6th gear, I guess. Yeah, going about a mile. Yeah, going a mile an hour slower. I might just have to stay in this gear for now. I think I just have to stay in this gear. It's just too rough. I tried. So maybe 2 more passes will be okay. So I'm not going to break any of that up over there. I broke 90 feet all the way that way because it's just one easy pass to the sprayer, 3 passes with the drill, unless we get a bigger drill, but we'll worry about that later then. But it's pretty smooth here. Tell it's not even rough here at all. Until you get out of the marshy stuff, and then it's just blasted rough. All the pocket gophers, badgers, you name it, just wreaking havoc on the land over the years. Ants, there's some ant piles too. Gosh, I mean, I could break up more here, but it just isn't worth it, really. I don't know what to say. I'm thinking now. Well, it gets kind of wet here though too a little bit, so I just don't want it so screwy is the problem. Unless I break up 90 feet there or 180 feet there and just reseed it then in a couple years. Maybe that's what I'll do up there. I'll have to think about it. I have to go out. I'll probably go and look at it, see what the best course of action is there, and think about what to do. It is pretty rough on that hill, but behind me there ways it is rough there too, so I don't know. I mean, I'd like to break up this little finger here, but it's just let that go. Makes it harder for mowing then too. You got more stuff to go around. Stay square like this, it makes it pretty simple too. So I don't want to have the land to be a mess if it's too wet next spring or something, you know, that's the thing. Always plan ahead to how the other equipment's going to handle it too. Make it as easy as possible. I mean, if it works out good next spring, if we have averages, if it's not too bad getting through there, I can always break up a little bit more then. And go with that then. Always manage it. Yep, this was the year to break this up. Pretty easy. Because I can turn around in the sloughs where it's usually wet. I can turn around down there and I got all sorts of room to work with here. Worked out rather nice here. And I ended up breaking up just a little bit over there. 4 passes there. And yeah. Reseed that in alfalfa in a couple of years. Same with this where I'm going right now too. So all in all, I think it's about like if that was 12, that was maybe 18 to 20 acres I broke up, maybe something like that. Like I say, it's not very much, but some of that's gonna go back in alfalfa in a couple of years. So I wonder what it's like going to be mowing here too. It's going to be a little screwy and raking too. I'd probably have to use the 9mm rake back here for sure. Couple rocks. There's one flat rock there. That's where there's a patch there, and there was a rock there, and rock in that low spot, and there's a rock on that hill on the other side there. So not too bad really. Just gotta finish just this twice once more here. I'll be out of here then to go. Gotta do a few more low spots on the other side of the highway and over here too. I got a handful of ones to do, so hopefully be a couple more hours yet and be done. Yeah, it almost looks a little stupid too, seeing some of the low spots I never dissed, but you gotta see what the coming years are like. Maybe I can diss through them next year if it's average or something. I just don't know what it's like. It's marshy, and I think there's some alkali here too, so I just, I could have almost just threw that whole thing there from that piece to that piece, but get a high water again, then I'm not getting through there anyways then, so why rough that up when it's decently smooth already? Nothing wrong with that there. getting tired of the rough ground here. It really does get old after a while when I've been haying this for the past handful of years. It gets old. And let me tell you, it's way smoother now. It may not look smooth, but boy, go over it twice here, it's pretty smooth. Feels real good. Was looking forward to doing this for a long time already. Just didn't have the right conditions to get it done. But don't plan on touching this till next year. Same with the two other fields that broke up. Don't plan on touching them till next year again, before seeding. Leave it chunky like this a little bit to an extent. It'll protect the soil from blowing then, so it stays dry. It feels so smooth. But it's not cheap to break up stuff. It's not cheap running this tractor and disc. And it's not cheap to reseed alfalfa in a couple years too, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, I wish I just break this up, but if it's have a bad winter, it's gonna be hard getting through this when it's tilled. It's a big no-no. Rather just keep that into nice grass. Nice slew grass is coming there, so rather not bother it. A little bit more to do. Some on Dad's fields a little bit. A couple places on the organic fields. A couple spots. And I just love how that disc folds up so nice. Doesn't slam and nothing. It just holds it real nice when it goes down. Yeah, it looks different over here now. Oh, looks like it's gonna be raining for a while here. Didn't quite get done with what I wanted to get done. I had like another half hour maybe. Probably half hour to an hour, I suppose. But, oh, that's okay. Whatever, let it rain. Let it rain. At least I got the important stuff done, so. Might just leave the disc hooked up, I suppose. I'll set it by the blue building or something. Kind of wanted to, let's say park in the yard, I kind of want to wash the tractor off if it's going to rain, you know, wipe it, scrub it a little bit. That's what I'd almost rather do. I might actually do that. It's actually raining pretty good right now. Unbelievable. Nice. Me likey. Even though I rather wish I would have gotten done, but I gotta go piddle around for probably another hour yet, some other day. Good time to wash them off now. As long as it's not thundering and lightning outside. Nice. Come on, rain, let's go. More rain.